because of maybe the leaders that we got at independence, we overlooked that and ended up putting ourselves in a kind of system that does not allow even uh, everyone to share. So we have had the largest ethnicities of Uganda sharing the largest the available opportunities for most of the countries. Okay. Although the report talks of Western as taking the largest, the sample is also not very far away from, from that.
Usually,
From the sample.
hinge from the fact
richest
that
factor.
the majority have to go.
Okay. So those two regions, if we can a bit widen the debate to show that only two regions they are benefiting out or like the expense of the other regions. So that is
Thank you for clarity there. Let me bring in Boenje. Boenje, each time an issue was raised about the president having to appoint the majority of the generals from Western Uganda, or even saying that how come the biggest chunk of the high ranks of the military is from Western Uganda, the answer was easy. The people that picked arms to go to fight the 1981 guerrilla war were majority comrades and colleagues of General Museveni, and by by association, they definitely had a unifying cause, and it would push them to go to that bush because they were from the same area. The thing is, the president government appointed by the president. So by default, it's very likely that even if it were you, you would appoint people from Uganda, where you come from, or
You see, the Equal Opportunities Commission is a statutory corporation.
yes.
It is, yeah.
First, tell us who is your deputy president in the NARU and your treasurer and your secretary general.
I think.
Why are you creating a sideshow?
Yeah,
Please.
the Equal Opportunities Commission is a statutory corporation. It is established by actually and under the Constitution of Uganda, Article 32 of the Constitution, and by the Equal Opportunities Act of 2007. So the core mandate of the EOC is to ensure that that every Ugandan accesses equal opportunities. Now, I don't want to thank the Commission for releasing that report because it is the duty of that Commission to release that report. But when you read that report hand in hand with the 2021 the National Learner Assessment Report by Uwezo, huh? It is so stutteringly strange. It is so strange that out of the pupils who did P7, who finished yesterday, P7s, only 11.6%, actually 11.6% of them cannot even pronounce the letters of the alphabet. 12% cannot. 66% of children who enter P1 do not finish P7. 32%, actually only 32% of the pupils who did P7 yesterday and Thursday, on Thursday and Wednesday, only 32% can read the P2 story. They can do division, the simplest division, only 32%. And me, that is my basis. That's where the issue is. And of course, when you couple that with the high level of corruption in Uganda, because you see, nobody should be given a public service job because of their tribe. No. People must qualify. And if you have read that report where the rationalization is that the Westerners are enjoying these jobs because they are highly educated. That is the first reason why they have those jobs. And the question should be, why are they the most highly educated? Why? Why not? When you go to Kampala Road, Jinja Road, and you find Karamajong begging on those streets in a district which is not native to them, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong, fundamentally wrong. Of course, you have talked about the president and the NRA. I usually go to courts in Masaka, Kampala, but you find people speaking Runyankore in court, staff of court. They don't even speak English or Uganda. It is Runyankore. Why? Because I think they have come to terms with the fact that if you speak Runyankore, the chances of promotion are higher. Even the people from the north are forced to understand and speak. So I'm a Munyankore myself, yes, and the president is a Munyankore. So essentially, the tribe in power is from here. But that doesn't make me a better Ugandan than the Ik, or the Batoro, or the Basoga, or the Batwa, the Karamajong,
or the Banyarwanda,
the Madum, the Banyarwanda, who are Ugandans. So we are all equal. And under Article 8A of our Constitution and National Objective 11, 12, and 14 of the Constitution, the state has a duty to develop all the regions of Uganda equally. And it must ensure equitable development and distribution of resources. The definition of politics is that it is a set of actions and activities which people engage in to achieve, use, retain power for the distribution of resources. So the NRM government has failed in that regard, because if you don't distribute resources equitably, then you have failed.
Okay, let's stop for a break.
And of course, you talked about Museveni and the NRA. No one sent Museveni and his cohort to the bush. So we as the people of Uganda don't owe them anything. When Museveni is making these appointments, he must abide by the Constitution. Of course, when
but you see, the Constitution is the same book that gives him the power.
Giving him power to appoint doesn't give him power to appoint people from only one region.
But it gives him the discretion to make the choice on whoever.
The discretion must be used wisely.
All right, let's talk for a break.
See,
we'll be right back. Good morning.
It's tough. It's bold. It's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
Urban Weekends, 91.2 Cruise FM.
Ono ye sports bwino omuli ebikulu bye weetaaga okumanya mu muzannyo gw'endiba buli ssaawa wano ku radio esinga okumanya ebyemizannyo 91.2 Cruise FM.
Obadde okimanyi nti etteeka erikugira omusambi ali koloni okusingana kilabu omuyinako obuvunaanyizibwa lyatandikira ku mukulu amanyiddwa nga Lomana Luwalwa. Bino byaliwo omwaka 2023 mu kikombe kimanyiddwa nga Premier League omukongo amanyiddwa nga Tresol Lomana Luwalwa bwe yali Clone mu ttiimu amanyiddwa nga Portsmouth nga kilabu omuyinako obuvunaanyizibwa ya kilabu amanyiddwa nga Newcastle yabasisinkana n'asobola okubeera ng'atebera kilabu amanyiddwa nga Portsmouth mu ddakiika eki-89. Kilabu amanyiddwa nga eya Newcastle n'esobola okubeera ng'eruzinga ogw'omupiira wabula baasaba amateeka ga FA egende maaso n'okubeera ng'egakwatamu nga n'ekibuli kati tewaliwo omusambi yenna mu kikombe kimanyiddwa nga Premier League akkirizibwa kubeera nga sinkana kilabu muyinako obuvunaanyizibwa singa abeera Clone naye ng'etteeka lyatandikira ku mukulu amanyiddwa nga Lomana Tresol Luwalwa oluvannyuma lw'okukiikirira kilabu ya Portsmouth n'atema mu ddakiika eki-89 nga basinkanye kilabu ya Newcastle ate nga ye yali muyinako obuvunaanyizibwa.
Oyo ye bwino ku 91.2 Cruise FM. Lindirira omulala.
The perfect spice for local entertainment is on Makula Chika. Family comedy, hot celebrity gossip, every Nigeria, captivating series, and Hello Mr. Right at 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hello Mr. Right is Uganda's ultimate dating TV show featuring girls with nyash, confidence, and guys with charm, swag, name your type. Chika, chika. Makula Chika is available only on Star Times, Channel 229 on Antenna and Channel 493 on Dish.
Makula Chika, ekirungo kyekyo.
Let me take you on a journey through color. Discover new world beyond the ordinary. Switch on your imagination, let me take you on a tour. Ordinary is boring, switch it up a bit. No good I see a lagirwa. Ka pinky baby ke ya kutuma. Ka orange ka sige wa weru. Neka bulu ka sigire batoto. Kuba ordinary is boring.
Ordinary is boring. Our paint is not. That's why Duracoat Color Mania machine gives you up to 4,000 amazing color shades. Visit your nearest dealer for more information today. Duracoat. Ask the experts.
Hello, Western Uganda. Get ready to jam and groove to the rhythm because the biggest celebration of the year is about to hit your region. It is time to honor 12 fantastic years of your favorite infotainment, music, sports, presenters, and news on Cruise FM. Welcome to November Love 2023. Are you excited? Well, brace yourselves for a month-long experience like no other. We are bringing you unforgettable moments, incredible prices, and non-stop parties throughout November. Curious to know how you can be part of this grand celebration? It is easier than you may think. Simply keep your radio dial locked to 91.2 and make sure to follow our social media handles, that is Facebook, X, and Instagram at 912 Cruise FM. Run the track! Let's celebrate 12 years of amplifying love together. November Love is proudly brought to you by 91.2 Cruise FM, Western Uganda's biggest radio.
Hit us up on www.cruisefm.com or connect to us on our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram at 912 Cruise FM and join in on the discussion. It's tough, it's bold, it's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
We are back. It's a quarter to the top of the hour on West.
0392 722 828 or 0752 008 724. Don't miss your chance to create cherished memories and experiences that will last a lifetime. Igongo Country Hotel and Country Center, where the future meets the past. Iwe Samsoni, how is it that you monitor your business even when you're always traveling? I'm having problems monitoring my business even just for a day.
These are small things now, way. For the best security systems that include intrusion detection, access control, video surveillance, and 24/7 monitoring, Homescan is here for you. Homescan Uganda Limited, located on the High Street in Mbarara City, is the leading service provider of CCTV camera systems, repair and maintenance, intruder alarm systems, spy and hidden cameras, motor vehicle GPS tracking, attendance and access control systems, home or office security, fingerprint scanners, video intercom systems, biometrics, management and sales softwares, plus lots of other installation accessories. For more information, call 0774 227 511 or 0392 156 449.
Picture this. I'm 59 years young, living in my own house. My mornings start with a walk on the farm. The air is scented with a mixture of earthy soil, fresh grass. My youngest son, Tom, recently graduated with a master's in medicine from Makerere. Tomorrow is my 60th birthday, and my wife and kids are preparing At least that's how I imagined my future to be like. But my boss has not paid Micah NSSF for the last 6 months.
The future you aspire to matters. Guard it. Report employers who do not pay your contribution to recover your savings with interest. Visit www.whistleblower.nssfug.org to whistleblow or call 0800 286 773. NSSF, a better life.
Jazz Junction. Jazz Junction on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends. Jazz Junction. Jazz Junction on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends.
I love music.
I love it. I love music.
Kalimolo she kagonda. Kawado we sente kemola. One question, what do you do for a living? She tell me.
I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite. I blow your candle light. You know I'm just that type. No, them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill my vibe.
91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends. 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends.
This is the top of the hour. The only reason other radio stations exist is because they want to be us.
Yeah.
91.2 Cruise FM.
Great music, great friends.
It's tough, it's bold, it's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends.
Great friends.
2 minutes past 10 o'clock on Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music, great friends. Good morning once again. My name is Wesley Gebanyaji. We're talking about the Equal Opportunities Commission report. How many Ugandans are able to benefit from the national cake? With me in studio is Asim Mabanjazi. He belongs to the National Resistance Movement. Mr. Thomas Salita, who is an economist. Mr. Peter Mpaka, National Interplatform and Council Mwenje Deus Dedet, who is a lawyer. Now, the online audience, we thank you so much for following from wherever you are, but also know that you can take chance and listen to the show from whichever place, even if it's Gaza, where the bombs are shelling and the toddlers are dying, unfortunately, on www.cruisefm.com/stream. And on Cruise TV, you can be able to see what is happening. Peter Mpaka is wearing a red beret with people power, our power. Later on the show, you call in on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Now, if you're a person who comes from IB, Uganda, and the surrounding districts and villages, we're calling on to go to Switch Lounge tonight as we're celebrating 12 years of being the best in the region. We're not about to stop. Now, I'll be able to come in. So from here, I'm running to Uganda at Switch Lounge, have a blast. For the people that represented yesterday in Shema, at Sovereign Gardens, Synovan Gardens, thank you so much. The love is all over the place. You get to win yourself a hamper every particular hour of every show, all the way up to November. So if I told you I haven't won, you still have time. Peter Mpaka, equal opportunities. After all, even within your own parties, we know certainly that the corruption starts within the political parties. You certainly look like angels on the other side because it's easy to castigate government. But what is happening in your own party? Do we have a regional balance in resources in your own party? Or the Baganda are dominating because the president is a Muganda? How about we start from there?
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, SJ, for this wonderful topic that we are discussing. And I really want to appreciate our economist, Mr. Salita, for ably giving us a very good preamble and defining for us those words. Now, talking NUP, I would say I think NUP is wonderful, very excellent. I think if there is what I say, if there is a group that Ugandans should be dying to be in power, should be the NUP, because you have a president who is a Muganda, you have vice presidents who are from all the regions, you have a secretary general who is a Munyankole, you have the deputy spokesperson who is from the east. So there is some balance there. We're not going into all the details of the positions. But WestJ, me, I want to say something about people from Western Uganda. And I'm saying this so that we don't just hit them with a stone or hammer them with a 6-inch nail, because I've observed quite for some time that Banyankole, Bachiga, Banyarwanda, Bafumbira are a bit very ambitious people. Very ambitious. They are very courageous and very hardworking. And these guys will go out for what they
You should be
desire.
seeing Council Wednesday.
I'm giving my personal opinion.
Please
he
go
has
right ahead.
he has a right to
Yes.
counteract it. No, yes, whether you call it miserable, that
Take
is
it
for
easy.
me.
Does he have?
And
Let me ask him.
let me s-
Let me ask him something. Because you see, we all must account for what we speak. Does he have any scientific evidence to what he's saying?
Yes, it's absolutely.
Because hardworking.
The report is a
which-
scientific evidence.
No,
But
no,
does
no,
it
no,
spell
no.
that
The report, yes,
the West
hardworking.
are more hardworking?
I was.
Actually,
I was.
that is
I was
just-
ahead
But
of
it's an
department.
opinion that he can.
I was ahead of department at one of the universities here in Western Uganda. And one time we called for applications for an external examiner. All the people who applied were Banyankole. So what did you, why you wanted me to go to Karamoja? You wanted me to send the university to go to Karamoja and look for an external examiner
Why?
from Karamoja.
Perhaps the
Does he know?
infrastructure-
Okay.
the infrastructure
I don't-
has
Does he
There are
know?
certain things.
No. Does he know why most actually around 99% of all askaris in Uganda are from Karamoja, Guru, and Arua? Why?
And no,
But also
Because the highest level of education they can attain is P6.
No.
Girls
Okay.
there,
I really want to
girls there, they use
I
leaves
really-
as pads.
I really
Okay,
want,
let's allow
I
him.
really want to disagree. Me, I want to really
The Matora
disagree.
what? We need to get that fact.
The biggest percentage of wheelbarrow pushers in Kampala metropolitan area, Abatoro, aren't they from the West?
Okay.
We should
So,
not water down
me,
this
I
discussion.
really want
Okay.
to bring context to this discussion,
Please.
and help the listener there to stop being complacent, lazy, and think that you're going to be the vice president of Uganda simply because you are from Eastern Uganda. Just that. Because we have hardworking people in this government, or like Manjis has told you.
But do we
he is
dispute?
well-
but no,
you're
wait.
taking me off course now.
We are
What
taking
I
him
was
on.
trying
But we cannot dispute the capabilities of Madame Allen Kajina. We cannot downplay Chris Muchiza, who is an excellent statistician, and he has a track record. We cannot play Silva Mujisa's capability.
Mbara University here. We have Mbara University here. We have Mbara University here. Look at its leadership. It is headed by somebody from the north. So for me, I want to say that we may have 48% of CEOs to top government agencies simply because these guys are hardworking, they are courageous, they are up to
That's
every
the most-
opportunity.
That's the most absurd statement I've heard this morning.
And me, no, I don't. No.
I know. Actually,
Me,
excuse me.
I really
What
want-
amounts to hard work? You see, it's not only about hard work. It must be honest and smart work.
Okay, let's allow him. Counsel. Yes.
For me, I have a friend of mine called Lewis David Rubongoya, the Secretary General of
The National Interplatform.
Interplatform. Sometimes I look at this young man and what he's able to do, and I'm just amazed.
No, but I was with Rubongoya in Makerere, and I know for sure
Actually,
he's a very
off ground.
Please.
So I want to say that this off ground.
please.
So I want to say that this, we shouldn't turn it into a hate campaign. We shouldn't start pinning regions against regions. We should Christianize this report and tell the people in northern Uganda. Instead, do you know that there are regions where it's only women who fend for their homes? The men wake up, they don't pay school fees, they just go to the bar, and in the evening, ngabaleta waka. Atena waka ngawambwa. So I want to tell people who are there, just being complacent, you're waiting for government. Before you say, what is government doing? For you, what are you doing? Me, my mother, I started from second-hand clothes. Actually, my mother was a hawker in this Mbara town.
All of us.
She paid my school fees at Intare School. She sold part of her land so that I go to school. So if I can go through that, and then somebody says I shouldn't become a CEO because I am a Munyankole, I think we need to revise our discussion on this. So I want to call upon Ugandans who are listening to me. Let us get up and be courageous, hardworking, and ambitious. We will achieve. Even if you're in West Nile, do the same. He was very ambitious, very hardworking, And the High Court him and he became a president when he was just a P4 dropout.
Yes, let me start Salita. There is a point I want to engage you on. He talks about the hard work of a particular group of people. And it could be true. Because he brought the argument of their regions.
Yeah.
I because of the kind of work my father was engaged in, I had the opportunity of traversing the country. And I know for sure when we were staying in Mbale, in Kotido, there were men that woke up, went to where they sell points and local brew. From morning up to the evening, the women are working so hard. Even when we complain about the infrastructure not being available to enable these people to sprout out and get these positions, they are doomed themselves because of their conduct. What should government do about that?
Thank you for that question. I agree with some of the deliberations you've made, my brother, but some of them are a bit, I don't know whether I can call them emotional or extreme, but hard work is not a monopoly of just a particular section of human beings. The world has so many hard work. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, please, let's allow him.
Hard work, the world has so many hardworking people. And, okay, from an economics point of view, you can be hardworking and poor. And in any sense, or in most cases, the poor people are the most hardworking people.
That is true.
Yes, and economic research also shows that usually the harder you work, the poorer you become.
Yes.
Why? Because hard work has it wears you. You wear off as you.
That
you
is
work
for sure.
harder. The richest people of the world are actually the least hardworking people. So hard work comes out of the equation.
So
and
the
therefore,
factor.
yes, therefore, the issue now or the discussion should be taken onto
Perhaps now we should qualify what is the function of success. It's a function of which
exactly
which
what
parameters.
Determines, what determines success,
Yes.
especially in the context of Uganda. Now, for example, from the historical background I've given, our kind of equation is tilted already. If you're born in West Nile, or if you're born in Central or Western, the type of information, the kind of information you're going to access already is going to put you a certain mile ahead of someone who is born in West Nile. The facilities around you, the schools that you're going to access. You said your mom sold the land.
Yeah, so people have
You're
no
lucky
land.
that she had the land to actually sell. You get it? She sold, like she was a hawker and sold clothes.
But my very land colleague, if I could engage you, the family you come from.
Yes.
I come from a family of 8 children.
Yes.
We are absolutely at different levels. We were raised in the same roof by the same people. But all of us, some chose to stop in senior 4. Some chose to get 1 degree.
How about
others chose to get 2 degrees? Others said, I will stop at senior 6. There are those that ate their tuition fees.
Exactly.
Now, should we now blame our parents for how far these people went, even when the opportunities were available? It is very likely that within this country called Uganda, there are people that have made it very difficult to even improve their affairs.
Yes, there's. I'm not taking away the individual responsibility of someone.
Yes.
You get that? That should be left to the individual. But what the report is presenting here is a responsibility. We should discuss. We should take the debate to the level of the government policy responsibility. We shouldn't kind of blame the individuals for their responsibility in success. Put up the hospital. Put up the school.
Exactly.
If someone refuses to go to school, then it's
on him.
Yes, it's on him. But we have a situation where majority of, like you've been saying, majority of the universities in the country are in one region, or 2 regions for that matter. You get it? That's already an imbalance. It already sets or
Is it
determines.
intentional?
It may not be intentional, but it shows you.
I'll give you that opportunity.
It may not be intentional, but it should open our eyes.
if I'm born in Kampala, already the access to resources that I have is so much different from someone who is born in Karamoja.
There was a talk of, or maybe Mr. Tsalita, there was talk of let's have the capital shift. There are people who are talking about regional tier, where regions are given the power. Some devolution. Some of the policy proposals are like devolution, where regions are even mighty in their own capabilities.
And that's what I also brought it out in the introduction, that the people who constructed Uganda realized that it was hard to have a unit government.
Yes.
So they set up federal states. It was intentional. So that you don't disadvantage more the person from Karamoja, the person from West Nile. They should have a say.
Perhaps now we need a reset.
Exactly. So, and that reset, it's not about this one is from the West, this one is from... It kind of...
Yeah,
you can give information.
Thank you. The way Sarita is saying, from an economic perspective, he has shed more clarity. But I will still insist, this is all a governance policy issue.
Yes, definitely.
Why?
Listen,
it is. My brother, listen. You see, if government deliberately pushed for the distribution of some of these infrastructure, we would be somewhere. But nevertheless, the way he said, there is that individual responsibility. When you go to the East, poverty levels are so high. I worked on the Mukono Kayunga Buyukwe Njeru Road project in 2016 to 2018. The way Mpaka said, that region right now, men are in bars drinking. When I talk of government policy, all the factories there, they are paying people 3,000, 4,000. And they do it deliberately. They pay them every Saturday so that they don't have enough savings, with the exception of some few professionals that are manning them. So that's why government has to intervene. The Kadagas of this world have betrayed our country. If we had a deliberate government policy, we would not have each and every government university having a branch here in Imbara City.
Okay.
We would not have all private universities mushrooming here. Then further to that, I still insist, I'm one of the strong advocates who say not all government MDAs should be centered in Kampala. They should be moved to different regions. If you have, say, the Ministry of Tourism in Fort Porto, the Ministry of Trade in Karamoja, this white man or Arab who will come wanting something, or even me, a Ugandan, wanting something, the way right now I'm chasing the certificate of operation from the National NGOs Bureau, I would go to that region where it is.
Okay.
And inevitably, resources would spread out.
Thank you. Yes.
To kind of give a conclusion to what I was trying to say, that there's a national responsibility. It could be, which can be met through either policy or even through an entire restructuring of the constitution. When we talk of government positions, sometimes, given the nature of the inequality that is available, government can go above just the mere understanding of merit. Sometimes merit progresses, continues inequalities. Like my brother there is saying, why is it that the most educated people come from the same region? You get it? So that means...
But certainly we know, I have been taught by Basoga professors, who, in where we studied, Basoga are known to have a very good education.
Why must you say Basoga professors? You get it? Why can't we have Ugandan professors from every? Why shouldn't every region?
But if at all now it's a debate of regions, then we cannot fail to talk about it that way.
To drive the point home, in national jobs, sometimes for purposes of creating an equitable distribution, merit may also be put aside for purposes of fairness. If you have
It's done on the appointment of cabinet.
For example, if you know, yes, we may have the most educated people from one region, but because employing the most educated people is going to create imbalance, then you may you may put aside merit for purposes of a fair distribution.
All right, thank you, Mr. Salita.
I said,
May,
one is.
You're a lawyer. You should have a correct interpretation of may.
I said may.
May has also been interpreted to mean shall.
No.
I have a case.
No.
Yes.
We know may and shall are completely different in
Order
interpretation.
22 Rule 34 one has been interpreted that may therein means shall, that you must issue a notice to show cause before you issue a warrant of arrest, even if the wording there is may. Because of
And I'm saying,
and
I'm saying may in the context of equal distribution.
Yes.
May.
Thank you,
May.
Mr. Salisa.
So,
Please,
want
I give you a
to-
minute.
Yes. So the favoritism and the nepotism and the sectarianism in the appointment of public service officers is a function of multiple issues,
Including
and one of them is the intentional tribalization of public institutions. For example, the UPDF, the SFC. The command of the SFC, right away from 1981, when it was the High Command Unit, led by David Kabura, who was a Mnyankore, to Akanga Byaruhanga. Then you have Doni Nabasa, you have Mzee, you
But
have
there was a
Muhoozi.
Chadri.
How many?
There was a Chadri from West Nile that headed the SFC.
Just I think it was in April 2022, Museveni appoints Bitwawabo, he appoints Mudisha, he appoints Nathan.
But wouldn't you trust your own?
It's too
no,
much.
if at all I want to
too much.
entrust my security
No,
to a group
You see,
of
no,
people,
no.
should I go to Mr. Salita when I know I have Ankunda, who is my brother, who could take responsibility for the same if at all they are qualified?
The SFC is not a Bahima army. It is not. It's not even a
It's a
Western
public
army.
army.
It's a public institution. Those soldiers and officers and militants and men are paid out of the consolidated fund.
If at all that's the
So
case,
Museveni-
why do you look at it in that lens? If at all you know it's a national army,
Yes.
it is supposed to be professional.
Yes,
Why do you wear the
non-partisan.
lens of sectarianism
No.
while profiling them?
The lens I have is what is on ground. The reality is that it is a tribalized army.
Let's get to the lifeline of the show, the telephone
And
calls on
see, when
752-912-912-178.
when you read the composition of the delegation which went to Russia to meet the president of Russia, out of around 12 people on that table, there was only one non-Munyankore, I think Honorable Okero Game. The rest were
who is a child of a former president? All right.
12, so 11 out of 12. That is unacceptable.
Let's allow the telephone calls on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. On Facebook, Robert Babi has said, I applied for public service job once in 2015, was shortlisted for both aptitude test and oral interviews. When the finalists came out for the jobs, it was only 3 regions that took everything, Western, Central, and Teso sub-region, distinctively with tribal names. I've never applied for public service job again. Ivan Palvov, you're listening in from Uganda. Ivan, go and link up at Switch Lounge for the party tonight. And you're saying the survey is very right. Surely the country is not realized at all by the regions. More so, I would wish to see the economy being, well, you've written, this region is highly educated, so we see how Bushenyi is outweighing every ministry. But certainly, the people from Bushenyi are having a good time in Museveni's government.
They are the most malnourished people. But when you find them...
All right. That's what, yes. Musingusi Onesmus, you're saying the report is partly correct. If you consider, let's respect the feedback. The report is partly correct if you consider the number of top offices occupied by people from Western Uganda. However, it should also be put to mind that there is no way you can have your brother and your friend in the same problem and you help your friend first and leave your brother. Corruption is negative, but inevitable in the continent of Africa. Aaron Mwesji, I see you, and you're saying, I personally acknowledge the fact that most of the opportunities are allocated to Westerners, but I believe it's all on qualification someone possesses. You're listening in from Uganda University there. I appreciate you, sir. Matthias Meja, you're saying to get a job currently, you must have a Gamba no go. But also remember that regions are endowed differently regard to capabilities of leadership and academically, and the fact that Western dominates in those two disciplines. Keep the messages coming. I'll be able to read some of the feedback on 752-912-912 and 780-912. Also on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. The big set.
Yes, Mr. Wesley.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, who are we talking to? What's your name?
This is Kato Tomusine calling in from Shema.
Yes.
Thanks for the show.
Thank you for catching it.
Yeah, on this issue you have brought up today,
Mm.
I think some jobs, because when you apply somewhere, let's say I'm from Western Uganda, I apply for a job in Northern, they will first consider those people because of home advantage, they leave you from Western. So I think there is nothing like.
But which jobs are those that you're applying for in Northern Uganda? In the District Public Service Commission?
Yes, even let me say like Kakumiro district has advertised for a vacancy. They will first consider their people. Even when the Western person applies,
All right.
he will not be given that opportunity.
I want to appreciate you for taking time to call in.
Thank you.
All right. 1752912 and 780912910. The big seat.
Yes, please.
Yes, caller.
Yeah, this is the I'm calling you from Kazu.
Yes, please.
I think that, but at the first place, why should even those non-governmental organizations carry out such a research that can lead to even
Equal
an upside?
Opportunities Commission is a commission of government.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of inciting violence, because you can see it has dominated each and every discussion.
Wow, we hear you, sir.
And another thing,
yes,
I think that what our ancestors do, is the one that favor their grandchildren.
Okay.
So if your ancestors were once put in offices and they corrupted and they did so what they did, it affects you, the young generation.
All right, we thank you.
Since the grandparents of the Westerners may be very well and have a very good record, it's the only reason as to why their children are enjoying.
But to talk about it, when the Bataringayas, the Ivengeras, the Musevenis, the Kutesas, the Otafides were in the fights of things for the people, for their people to be better, the people in Iki were sleeping. On 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Let's get the calls. The big set. Yeah, speak a little bit louder. Yes, Alex, you're speaking very softly. We can barely hear you. But you're speaking so low, bro.
For the case of Westerners, we are really enjoying so much than others, I think. But yesterday,
Yes.
November last.
You're going to call after the next break. I will be able to give you that November laugh. For now, we're still talking about the topic of discussion.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. On 752-912-912-780-912-910. On X, Cruise FM on X, I see the number of people that have just given us. You're saying Hilax Martinelli, you're saying Gruyanga is streaming live. Even though it's like that, but they should also look at which category of people are doing those jobs. The Equals Opportunities Commission report is not real, but depends on certain personal thinking. Thanks for the show. Benson Tumwebas, I want to appreciate you very much. Tadeo Katwire, you're saying, let me use this opportunity to thank Mr. Salita Thomas, my lecturer at Chambago University. We are finalists and we missed him this semester. Ivan Pavlov, you're listening to the show and you're saying, Let's legalize Uganda and legalize the economy. Keep that conversation on Twitter. I'll be able to catch some of the messages. We are on Cruise TV for those that wants to catch the television. The show is on, and we appreciate every person that is a part of it. Let me get some of the messages. Natambambros, you're saying you're listening again from Rubaga. For the you're saying in relation to the provision of Chapter 4 of the Constitution, which provides for no room for discrimination, but advocate for equal opportunities. Therefore, the appointment should be on direct qualification on merit rather than the identity. So the fact that Uganda is a multi-tribal country, even the region must participate in the running of the country. Let me end with Derek Imporera, who is thanking us for the show. And you're saying, but those also occupying the offices, it's their families that are benefiting. The majority are not. All right, let me pick 2 calls, and I get back to studio on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. The big set.
Yes, Cruz FM.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you catching the show from?
It's me, Dr. Cruz Kamar Richard from Narongo, Chirokashai.
Yes, doctor.
But this government is somehow balancing. Because when you see that one who chairs Inebu, Mr. Dong, does he come from?
But the report is not saying everyone comes from the West. It's saying 49% come from the West. It's not saying that everything aggregately is from the West.
But since many ministries are found in the West, Westerners they are out to occupy those seats.
All right. The last call for now, the big set.
Yes, Cruise FM.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm doing well. How are you?
This is Paul from Kapsemashe.
Yes, Paul.
Ati Noreva Wanyat. It's a corruption. Banzo Gambe no gu, Banzo Gambe, Banzo Revo gu, Banzo Gambe na no gu. It's a which created.
Yes.
I want to come in from here. You see, when you say, like that the caller has said, the issue is Gamba Nogu. Actually, many comments have come. My president, Bobby Wine, says to every. So isn't that a form of Gamba Nogu? If you no, it's a clear.
Ugandans,
No. It's clear.
As Ugandans, not as Baganda. As Ugandans, yes.
But
Gamba Nogu. If you go to the north, they also have their own word. So I want to.
But I think that's not the correct interpretation.
That's not what Bob means by
Twebelele. No, that's not what he meant.
No, it means
no.
And for him,
we the poor, we the marginalized,
yes,
have to fend for ourselves, not Baganda.
Yeah, right.
No, now let me contextualize what I want to say.
Please.
And I'm at a loss because the whole panel we have here
minus the expert
seems to say, even Salita, seems to say that President Museveni and some of his government agents are in Western Uganda giving out envelopes, distributing money here and there. So that's why we are better. I want to tell the nationals who are listening to us that there is a school in Mwizi where children are studying under the tree. There are hospitals in Western Uganda.
But those are
where there is no
outliers.
medicine.
Those are outliers.
That is the
outliers.
That is the basic that has
No. Those are outliers.
I want us to agree.
Let me inform him.
But you see, we are not saying.
Let me inform him.
No,
Six of the 10 poorest districts are in northern Uganda.
No,
yes.
But I want to tell you that also Buhezi is the district with the most impassable roads.
No, roads. People don't even have roads. People
infrastructure.
That's an impassable road. But there are districts which don't have roads.
Now let me tell you this.
But I think Peter and Parker, let us be honest.
People don't have roads.
This country has challenges, but you cannot talk. Let's have order.
I will take that this country has challenges. But you cannot say
for you to
that
compare
Uganda is
not
better
having
off,
a road to an impassable road is ridiculous.
There are people who have never even seen a vehicle in Uganda.
That one.
Yes. No. When Noop went to Karangara, when Noop was campaigning in Karangara, people said we have never seen a vehicle.
That is not
Me,
true.
I want
No.
to say
It's
this.
not a fact.
Wenje and the panel here and Wesije.
Yes.
Me, I want to say this.
Let's allow him.
That the Bible says that opportunity and chance has come to all. Opportunity and chance has come to all. If you're born a Ugandan, let them not deceive you that the northern Uganda has very bad schools and then Ankole has the best schools in the country. Let them not lie you that eastern Uganda has the worst hospitals, then the best hospitals are. We have challenges as a country. But what we need to address is, we as individuals, what are we doing to see that we see the better of the next day? Now, government agencies like Equal Opportunities, this is where they should come in. When we are talking about these hospitals, when we are talking about these roads, actually here, this road at Cruz, it's one of the worst roads in the whole country.
But it's possible.
Did you go through it? It's
Yeah,
one of.
it's even a road.
Do you know that I fell down? Do you know that I fell down when I was coming here because of the worst road here in this town? So we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe he has an old shoe, but
okay.
So
Conclude.
I want to conclude that Equal Opportunities Commission, places like Parliament of Uganda, where we share the national cake, should come up and seriously put mechanisms to see that even the lowest of the lowest in Uganda are supported to see that they realize their dream. But Ugandans, if you don't wake up and say, let us put in a little effort, and you're waiting for Museveni's to come. Me, I've been here in Imbarara. Children, I studied here from Mbarara University. Students came from northern Uganda. They had a feeling that Mbarara University has, they give us free money, you know, the skyscrapers are everywhere.
Why?
And that is a narrative
Why?
that you are developing here.
No.
For us,
Why do they think so?
It is
Why?
Mpaka Peter hustling his way. I wake up at 5, I hustle, and chance falls on me. So I want to tell somebody in northern Uganda, in eastern Uganda,
But you
all
see,
over the world,
you're putting it
work
at a
it
micro
out.
level.
Because
You're
I
making
think
it
he
so
has
small.
he has a short
But
lane.
you see,
Yes.
Peter and Parker, the aspects we're talking about are issues of policy.
Yes.
We are not talking about Wesige Banyaji, who wakes up to go in Makansing and try to vend and hustle about. We are talking about does government pass money in the budget to make sure a person in Karamoja they have access to the market. That's what we are talking about.
Yes, and that's
Whether
what
they are
I'm also
schools.
talking about. I want to ask you, the
Let's-
director.
let's
Wait. Let me, because of what you've asked. The director of URA is Munyankole. Does he levy a lot of taxes on people in West Nile than the people in Chigezi? It's all the same. But I want to say that there is a problem with how different regions view other regions. That's why I agree with that who said it is inciting violence. This thing is inciting hatred. Regions against regions. Because here we have Gambanogu, the Baganda have Twebereremu.
No, that thing really, no.
That
no,
one
no,
we
nothing,
okay.
no.
Let's allow Wanjis to give us that information.
Thank you, Banyaji. I would say that this on record. The misfortunes of this country should not be apportioned to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Listen, and I'm going to give you facts. Yeah. If
How you're saying a family, the children should take responsibility, but the father
give me some benefit of doubt.
should not be castigated in something that.
Give me some benefit of doubt.
Okay, let's allow it.
If there is any one president or gentleman that has tried to balance all regions from the time we got independence, 1962, 9th October, it's this gentleman called Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tuhabwa. Why? Some of these so-called marginalized regions in courts are actually taking the lion's share when it comes to funding. When you talk of northern Uganda, through NUSAF 1, 2, and 3,
okay,
they are getting a lot of money. Listen, when you see a problem, you see to be a keen critical analyst, you must be a good listener. We listen to you here when you're submitting.
Please conclude.
Most of these government programs, we must bring it to the micro level before we go to the macro, because it comes to mindset. Westerners, Central region, we take it or leave it. They have given priority number one to education. They are packaging their children, they are packaging themselves for these appointments. When an advert runs, you must apply.
Yes,
you must
because you are
look for
qualified.
that. Yeah, you must look
You
for that
apply because you are
opportunity.
qualified. But a person from Karamoja cannot apply because she doesn't have the qualifications.
But
You
see,
will have to go there.
Asimwe Bandizi, what you're not being fair about
Yes, please.
is you're treating something that you haven't yet diagnosed.
Yes, actually,
the problem is, why can't the Karamajongo be able to qualify for the appointment?
Why should
that is where the
only
matter
think?
is.
And that's why His Excellency, even personally, initiated this program of resettling them, fighting them to stop this nomadic life. He fought it in the Bahamas and he succeeded.
But Bahima in Guru taking
listen,
land.
You see the problem, you don't want to listen.
Okay, let's stop for a break. When we come back very shortly. No, it's just a second. We'll be back.
The only way to make sure that it's a good day bring it on. Is by tuning in to 91.2 Cruise FM.
91.2 Cruise FM.
Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
Omugabe wa microphone live mumbarara boy experience nga 18 mwezi guno gwe 11 awe mbalala university ini jangwabe wanga tunyumirwa nga bwe tuseka nga werekedwa ku mikwano je nga Eddie Kenzo
abdu anabategeza abantu bafe bonna be mu Western kole 18 November
Ray G's
isaba Ray G ni kumalisa mu 18 byo 11 mwaka wa 2023 nsaba tunika cheche
Spice Diana Truth 256 White Bender
yo wagwan people on White Bender the boys so tender nga 18
Lydia Jasmine T Paul Lady Mariam Douglas Rwanga DVJ Masse Le Vixon Jeff DJ Rhythm Selector Alberto Harry Baby Fat Zamani ne 24/7 dance crew okuyingira omutwalo gomo emitwalo 3 ba VIP ngate ye meza ya mitwalo 5 tatsubwa nga MC Kacheche atochamura
Powered by
Western Uganda's biggest radio.
Western Uganda's biggest radio.
91.2 Cruise FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
Locked and loaded. 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
It's tough. It's bold. It's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Cruise FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
On the final lap of the show, 15 minutes to the top of the hour on Western Ghana's biggest radio station, 91.2 Cruise FM, great music, great friends. My name is Wesige Banyaji. The conversation is getting interesting, but the time is literally fast spent. But the conversation will keep going on our social media platforms, 912 Cruise FM on X and 91.2 Cruise FM on Facebook. Cruise TV is where we are for those that want to view the television. Now, November Love is here, and we give you an opportunity to join the team here. And it's easy. You just record yourself a 60-second video and send it to 0706912912. And all that you have to do is perhaps pick on yourself for something and let us know for how good you are. And before you know it, you get an opportunity to be trained or even retained for an opportunity here. But now we are in Uganda at Switch Lounge this night to celebrate 12 years of being the best in the game, and we're not about to stop. Now, if at all you want to meet your favorite presenters, the team is already on the road and about to reach there to join you. We bring you a couple of goodies, so you'll be able to get so much, but also each hour of each show for the entire stretch of the 30 days we're giving back to you. Our business can still come and get aboard and enjoy the 50% discount on all advertising and get your information known to all people for your business to skyrocket and have those sales up. Now, November Love, I'll give you an opportunity to win a hamper, courtesy of Mega Electronics. So call in and get yourself a hamper from Mega Electronics. It's a one-stop shop for audio and electrical needs. They offer a wide range of high-quality products, including amplifiers, disco speakers, sound mixers, generators to keep you powered during outages. They also provide household appliances, audio accessories, salon and beauty equipment. Located at 4N Building, Central Market in Bagta Street in Barra, or call on 0701 445191 or 0701 959861. Call in and win yourself a hamper from Mega Electronics.
Banyaji.
November Love.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is Veyunga Fred from Katete.
Are you winning yourself a November?
Yes, I want to. Yes,
What's
I
your
want to
name?
win
State your name clearly.
It is Veyunga Fred.
Beyunga.
Fred
Fred Beyunga.
from Katete.
All right, Katete.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to ask you very simple questions.
yeah.
When does Sunday Love happen?
It is on Sunday from 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
to the midday.
All right. There is a show that happens on Sunday nights from 8
Yeah.
to midnight. What is that show called?
That is country show
Ah.
with you.
Ah. Read your name
It is Veyunga Fred.
and the number.
It is 077
Mm-hmm.
39
39
58
58
77
77.
then 0.
All right. You win yourself a hamper from Mega Electronics. You have your time good there. Thank you, November Lab.
Yeah.
All right. We back in studio. Sadly, our time is fast spent. We literally getting our parting shot. So let me start with Peter Parker. Parting shot.
Yeah, thank you, West J. I want to tell Ugandans listening to us, one, don't expect that government is going to come and knock on your door and give you some sack of money. There is no miracle money in this world. Actually, I'm a pastor and we normally preach about it. Miracle money is coming your
But
way.
you're the
But
ones
I want
that
to tell
are,
you.
in fact,
I want to tell
you are a problem to this country.
Poverty in Uganda.
Now, I'm on my parting shot, I think. So
Yeah.
there is no miracle money. Wake up, seize the opportunity. Lobby. Network. Your
But how
net-
do you
Wait.
lobby when you have no connections
How
to
did
lobby?
how did I get connected to you? How did I get connected to Banjize? How do these people
Because
create?
we are in
So
Western
me,
Uganda.
I am giving
Western Uganda.
Because we are in
Yes,
Western
it's
Uganda.
Western Uganda.
So me, I'm just giving my simple thing,
Mm.
my simple message to the Ugandan that has been listening to us at the big seat this morning is there is no miracle money. Please wake up, ofumba omutwego, oyiyayiye, ujja kucharumu. Orimba rwa Bob Wine, those are when they have time they will pray it for the listener. Nti batuzaranga ensobi naye twakora ki twafuuka ensonga. So that's one. Two, I want also to speak to government agencies like equal opportunity that we've been talking about, and Parliament of Uganda, the legislators that divide the national cake, that look at the challenges that we have. Because whereas people have been talking about the poor infrastructure in other regions, it is true that even in Western Uganda, we have poor infrastructure. There are no medicines in hospitals, and we have bad schools, even schools which don't have shelters. So the challenges are widespread. But me, I put it at that individual level.
All right, thank you, Peter
Otherwise,
Parker.
I wish you the best of the weekend.
All right, Simaband, this is your parting shot.
Thank you, Braga, my fellow panelists, our dear listeners, the ones that are our bosses. And thank you for the positive feedback. Critique is necessary. And we must give credit where it's due. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is doing a good job. But our technocrats need to wake up. They need to be equipped with relevant critical research on the ground. The third realities that we are facing as a nation. And most of these things, I will say it again, they can only be addressed through government policy intervention. Professionals will assent to this because we all know there has to be a deliberate program, a deliberate plan. If we honestly know that the number of schools in the north in ratio to the number of children or students there, they do not match. Then more schools should be put up. Carry out civic education massively. We throw it in the face of all Ugandans to look at the benefits of education, no matter the challenges. I know employment. Currently, there is a crisis globally of unemployment. Artificial intelligence is getting on board. How do we realign our national education curriculum? Because artificial intelligence, with what is being said right now, will literally whip like 90% of the jobs currently available. So what do we do? How do we prepare for the future? And ultimately, it comes back to individual responsibility. Take it or leave it, we must all fight for these opportunities. We must package ourselves. Westgate here is a testimony. Someone will meet him in Makansing and ask him, gwe musajja gwe okora ku radio oyina degree ya economics ate kati osomera kyamateeka. And tomorrow when he finds
And
you,
he's also a blogger.
and you're also in two estates. Tomorrow when they find you that you've been appointed in judiciary, they will start complaining it's because he's a Mchiga, this and that. We need to go past that. Let's look at ourselves as Ugandans and we try to hustle and fight for all these opportunities.
Thank you,
as
Asim
Ugandans.
Evandizi. All right. Mr. Salit, your parting shot.
Thank you, moderator.
Let's have Wenje. I take on the correction. Let's have Wenje. All right. Now let me roll.
Discrimination.
Let me roll.
Yeah.
Mr. Salit, have your way.
Okay. Thank you. My parting shot. Issues of equal opportunities is an issue of distribution of resources. The way to deal with the distribution, or the most influential factor in distributing resources, is politics. Now, if the politics is bad, you're going to have a challenge with equal opportunities. Because politics influences distribution, proximity to politics, if you're near politics, you tend to benefit out of whatever is distributed. And therefore, that is what is happening in the Ugandan context. Areas or people that are near politics, that are near where the decisions are being made, are the ones that are benefiting out of whatever is being distributed. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thomas Salit, the economist, for always making time to come to the show. You are a big sitter now. Yes, the very formidable land colleague. Yes.
There are some tribes which are inherent to the Dar, and some cultures which. No, this narrative from my friends here.
Yes.
That some cultures are bound to be poor, whether the hospitals are there or schools are poor. It must be strangled at birth. That kind of narrative.
Yes.
Because it is a non-starter. It has no future, and it should not be entertained.
All
because all of us are born free and equal under Article 1 of the Universal. Actually, it is the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights. All of us are born free, and we should remain free. Where you still have girl peoples who use leaves as pads in Napak, in Amadat, in Lango. These are statistics of Westerners dominating the public service jobs.
Please.
Yes,
please.
Of dominating the public sector jobs is never going to end. So I want to call upon the EOC, the Equal Opportunities Commission, to also investigate the composition of the SFC, because the SFC, there's no provision which provides for the SFC.
All right,
so there's some mismanagement of resources there. Then in the end, the solution for establishing equal opportunities is to empower UPE and USE schools such that our children, when they join P1, they are able to finish P7.
All right, thank you. I think, thank you, Council Bwanje, thank you, Peter Mpaka, thank you, Mr. Salisa, thank you, Asimo Banzi. My punchline this week, I think, in my opinion, devolution is the solution. Local governments have not done a good job because they don't have the money to muster up the needs of these other places.
Also,
but on
governments-
HIV, I believe it's important that you abstain if you have no partner. And if you have a partner, please be faithful. In case things are so hot for you, use a condom. Please, HIV is killing people. I'm out of here. We have news at the top of the hour. November Love Switch Lounge is where we are this Saturday. Go and have a blast and enjoy the meet and greet with the favorite presenters in Uganda. My name is Wesley Gabanyaji. God bless you. We are out of here.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of this radio station or its management.
This radio is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission, UCC.